No, a baker cannot trademark or copyright a recipe or any of its ingredients. I'm Queen, the Belle lawyer with Belle Terre Law Firm, and I am a United States trademark and copyright attorney. So I have been seeing all of the online showdown, hoopla, and backlash about a certain baker who is threatening intellectual property litigation to other bakers, claiming that she owns the trademarks and copyrights to certain recipes and ingredients. I'm not sure if it's a cake pop, or some type of pastry or dessert, but I am here to tell y'all, as a United States trademark, copyright, and copyright attorney, nobody owns a trademark and a copyright to recipes and ingredients. So here's the thing: under United States copyright law, whoever creates it owns it, unless there's an agreement that says otherwise. But when it comes to recipes, whether it's a baker, caterer, chef, cook, or somebody who's just making food in their house, you cannot copyright a recipe or the ingredients in and of itself, because recipes and ingredients, they are not actual works of art. Now, how I tell my clients they're able to get around this is by creating a story behind the recipe. And recipes include ingredients. Okay, so that's why you usually see cookbooks, or if you're going on somebody's website, they usually have a long, drawn out story before you can even get to the recipe and the ingredients. But even with that being said, it is simply just a story, which is a work of art in and of itself, that that person is able to copyright, not the recipe and the ingredients which are included and embedded in that story. Okay, so I want to make this very, very clear. Most people are not on the level to where they're able to protect their recipe and its ingredients intellectual property wise. Okay, so the best example that I have is Coca-Cola. Yes, the ingredients are on the back of the bottle, but the recipe, sometimes known as the formula, that is protected under a trade secret agreement. And most people are simply not on the level of Coca-Cola. I'm not trying to be offensive, but it just is what it is when it comes to that. So no, nobody owns the recipe and the ingredients to cake batter mix, or definitely not a box cakes mix. Definitely not cake pops, definitely not any of these pastries. So I want to stress this to you all: do not take the bait, do not engage with anybody who is threatening litigation against you, saying that they're going to send you a cease and desist. It is not worth the paper that it is written on when it comes to recipes and ingredients. Now, if you're literally copying and pasting their entire story and background behind that recipe and those ingredients, and then you're trying to pass it off as your own, yes, theoretically, that could be some type of copyright infringement. But it's definitely not trademark infringement as well. And most of these online at-home bakers, they are actually committing trademark infringement, not even realizing it, because they are incorporating the names of already trademarked brands. Okay, already trademarked brands into whatever recipe that they have, and they're including that in the name, or they're selling it, and it makes it seem like they have some type of partnership with this brand, because you can trademark a brand name, and that's not the case. All right, so a lot of people are playing fast and loose in the baking world. Okay, and I really want y'all to be careful with this, but I also want to stress you cannot trademark a recipe or ingredients. You can trademark the brand name of your baking company, your pastry company, your catering company, or if you're a chef of your restaurant, you can trademark the slogan for your brand, but you cannot trademark the recipe and the ingredients itself. And once again, you cannot copyright the recipe and the ingredients in and of itself. You can only copyright the story surrounding the recipe and the ingredients. But even with that, within that story, that recipe and those ingredients that are embedded in that story, those are still not protected under United States copyright law. The only way you can protect a recipe is under a trade secret agreement. And if you're under a trade secret agreement, you're not going to put anything behind a paywall. You're definitely not going to publicize anything. So don't allow these people to get y'all caught up and have y'all afraid, thinking that you're going to get sued. It simply just does not go like that. Once again, I'm Queen, the Belle Lawyer. I am a United States trademark and copyright attorney. I handle trademark and copyright matters in all 50 states, United States territories, and possessions. If you have any issues with anyone threatening to send you a cease and desist or intellectual property litigation, whether it's trademark or copyright, definitely contact me at the information below. Queen, the Belle Lawyer.